I'm Matthew Brune here with Go 24/7, and today we're going to be looking at some coaching denials. Now that LSU has the head coaching job, open for business basically at this point, and we are reaching the end of the year, meaning the end of Ed Orgeron's tenure at LSU. We got coaches talking about what they don't want to talk about. Coaching changes, right? The coaching carousel. So we're going to be looking at a few of the top candidates. Well, not a few. We got, 7, 8, I guess, at this point, of the top coaching candidates in terms of just what we believe to be the top coaching candidates, because, nobody actually knows because Scott Woodward is silent on that front. But, yeah, what people believe to be the top coaching candidates, they get asked about the LSU job. They answer. We react. Let's get into it. All right, and over here, as you can see, we have the candidates. Some realistic, others not so much, but these are the guys we're going to go through pretty much. All have at least at one point been speculated about, but some more than others, obviously. So let's get right into it. Let's get to Mike Tomlin.
Some college jobs. Hey guys, I don't have time for that speculation. I mean, that's a joke to me.
That's a good job right there. That's a good start from him saying it's a joke. And as you could tell, he's clearly frustrated with this. So, see, he does a good job.
In all of professional sport.
The body movement forward, you could tell he's getting into it. Excellent job.
Have any interest in coaching college football?
The rhetorical question, that's a key. He's just checking all the boxes right now.
That'll be the last time that I address it. And not only today, but moving forward.
That's not my ad.
Never say never, but never.
Never say never, but never. Mike Tomlin.
Okay.
and then he looks around to see if anyone's checking him. Be like, no, you, no.
Anybody else got any questions about any college
Then he says it.
jobs? There's not a booster with a big enough blank check. Anyone else?
He's scanning the room beautifully. Excellent.
Thank you.
And then he goes back in.
Anybody asking Sean Payton about that? Anybody asking Andy Reid about stuff like that?
Oh my gosh. This is just excellent. Bravo. This is a screen recording, obviously, from whoever did this. Just a stellar job from Mike Tomlin there. We got to go over here and update the rating right here. The rejection rating, that's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Just serious, emphatic, eyes bulging. It doesn't get much better than that one. Rhetoricals. It checks all the boxes there. What more could you want if you're a Steelers fan to see? I mean, Steelers aren't great, but whatever. If you like Mike Tomlin, that's what you want to see. That's a 10. We're going to start off with the 10 right there. That's how you do it. All right, next up we have Jimbo Fisher, the man who I think is the betting favorite right now to get the job. You could tell just from his face, just starting off, he just does not want to hear about this. He does not care.
Some reports. Are you at a point where you can guarantee that you're going to be staying at A&M for next season?
Let me ask you.
There we go.
I've told everybody I'm staying here, and I've told everybody I plan on being the coach at A&M. All right.
And you could tell the coaches scan the room real quickly just to get a gauge on where everyone is emotionally before he starts going in. Here we go.
Go to class.
Okay, here we go.
Because I said the other
The
thing,
reasoning.
I love the AD, I love the president, I love the chancellor, I love living here, I love being a...
He is right. This is the second time he has addressed these. The first time he said he loved everybody, he loves his ranch and all that stuff. This is the second time. So now it's getting real for him.
My ranch, I love the family loves it here. I love Kyle Field. I love the people. I love all that stuff, and that's obviously not good enough. And I get it. I'm not mad at you. Oh, I'm sorry, seriously.
I'm not mad at you. Clearly you're mad, Jimbo. Like, Jimbo, calm. It's okay.
Reports, people come to me. I said, I don't want to hear. I'm not interested. We may recruit number one. We're going to recruit an unbelievable class this year.
Okay, that's true.
So I'm either the dumbest human being on God's earth. Okay? Who's going to
I don't know if y'all can hear, but he is breathing heavy right now. He is going.
recruit all these guys to A&M so I can go across over here and go play against them. Okay? If I did that, you ought to say that's the dumbest human being. I don't want to be
The laughing.
Okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Emphatic. Again, this is very well done right here. He says, why would I want to go and coach against them? A rhetorical type thing here.
We're going to recruit a heck of a class.
Excellent.
We're going to have special things here. We're building special things. They're investing in the program. They're investing in everything we got. We're building a culture. We're not where we are. And that was a disappointing thing about Saturday for me.
just rattling off, man. Jimbo is going in right now. I don't even have much to say. He's killing it.
Take a stand in. I plan on being an A&M. I ain't going no. I don't want to be nowhere else. I love being right.
Banging the table. Get your point across. We saw Tomlin kind of shake the chair. Jimbo's banging the table with his nice watch on.
Is that clean enough?
And a little smile at the end. He's done. That's great. That's a really nice job there. And it is the second time he's addressed this before. So like I said, so maybe he had a little time to be like, all right, next time they ask about it, I'm going to say this, the recruiting, the ranch. I love it. Very prepared. Excellent job from Jimbo Fisher there. I'm going to give it a strong, he said, is it good enough at the end too? Another rhetorical. I mean, I got to give it a 9.3. 9.3. And I realized as I'm doing that, and I didn't put 9.3 because they always go 9 and 3. But that is just a coincidence there. Hope nobody from A&M is watching this video, though. Next up, Dave Aranda. Another guy who everybody loves. Let's see what Dave's got for us. It's kind of a long clip, so we'll probably cut it up a little bit. But this is about the LSU and the USC job because I think he's going to be considered for both pretty heavily.
First, I'd say with LSU and USC too.
Just so calculated, just so calm. The demeanor's there. He's not banging on the table. His eyes aren't bulging. His beautiful bald head is just
But LSU in particular, just
straightforward.
There's change like that. I mean that, got great friends at USC.
Okay, so he's going the route of condolences. Feel like that sucks for them.
You hate to see that, and I think those days.
I mean, we're halfway through this thing right now, and he hasn't even addressed it. He hasn't even said, like, oh, no, I don't want it. Like, those guys left, and I don't want it. He's just like, this sucks for them.
You don't ever want to see that. And so,
All right, the little repositioning there. He's not fully comfortable with what he's saying right now, but he is getting his point across. He's happy here. He knows,
an opportunity to grow.
there's an opportunity to grow. That's what they always say, right?
There's an awkwardness about kind of growing and trying to stretch, maybe.
Yo,
be better.
Dave is good, man.
And,
He's good.
like everything that Baylor stands for, the people that are here, the hearts of the people that are here, I think it's big in football, and so I appreciate that. And I think our team is built that way, and I think it's special.
Dave, what in the world? He's talking about their hearts. He's talking about everything except the jobs. This is the nicest dude on the planet. I mean, I've obviously never talked to him. I don't know, but like, what in the world did Dave just say? A whole bunch of nothing. That's what it was. So Baylor fans, beware, because that rejection was I don't even know if I give it a 2. That was nothing. He said thoughts and prayers basically for 2 minutes. I'm gonna go with a 2. No, I'm gonna go 1 out of 10 for Dave Aranda rejection rating. I didn't feel like much of a rejection at all, Dave. You gotta do a little bit better there. Yeah, at least acknowledge that you don't want the job, right? Or at least say like, hey, I'm focused on Baylor. Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at him. He's a great dude, obviously. I mean, Baylor got a good one with him, but he didn't reject it. So, Billy Napier's up next. I couldn't find anything from the Louisiana Lafayette media press conference or anything, so maybe they're not asking him. But all I found was something from the Jordy Collada show. Credit to them. That's all them. And I'm not stealing their stuff, but just real quickly. Basically, and I don't know how well y'all are going to be able to hear this, and we don't get the visual aid, but this is basically what he said.
Make you think about it.
I think, Jordy, I don't know if it's time to be talking about those things right here in the middle of the season, but
Yes, sir, and I'm sorry for that.
I think I've been asked that question a million times.
Asked it a million times.
I'm a competitor just like everybody.
All right, we got him. Wrap it up. He's like, I don't know if this is time to be talking about it right now. All right, not a denial. He didn't say, he didn't deny anything. There's no rejection in that. He said, I'm a competitor, and I've already listened to this clip once before. Obviously, I played it here, but he just doesn't really say anything. Distractions. The complete and utter, and we're done with this already, complete another just lack of a rejection here. It might even be less than Aranda's because I don't even know how much he I don't even know if he says anything. And it's been reported or at least rumored that he is very interested in the job. And why wouldn't you be, right? You go from Louisiana to LSU. That's a pretty big jump. Basically just goes on to say this isn't the time to talk about it. I'm a competitor. I like what we have here. They could provide me all the resources, et cetera, et cetera. The rejection rating here is going to be very, very low. What do we think? This is tough because is it worse than Aranda's rejection? No. But does he want it to be worse than Aranda's rejection? Also no. I'm going to go with a 0.8 out of 10. 0.8 out of 10 for Billy Napier. Not the best rejection there. Doesn't really instill confidence in Raging Cajun fans. All right. We got Lincoln Riley. The man everybody in the world wants. As you can tell, he gets asked the question, he just immediately looks down. But he has courted these type of talks before, right? The Cowboys last year. There was some other talks around him in years past. 38 years old. Doesn't want to answer it.
It's nothing to handle. I mean, it's
I love it. The confidence. This is a route we haven't seen, right? Confidence. To be like, what do you mean? I can do whatever I want to do, right? That's what he's basically saying here. And he is in the position to where he can say that, right? He's at OU, right? He's not at ULL, right? This is OU.
The University of Oklahoma football team. And you guys know me. You know how I feel about
A coping mechanism. You guys know me. That's not me. This is me. All right, sure, Lincoln.
this place in this program. So we've all been down this road many times before.
He is right about
you guys
that.
know where I stand on that, and that hasn't changed.
All right. Pretty good, Lincoln. Pretty good. Concise, confident. I don't have a third C in there, but basically those two. Concise and confident. And he said, y'all know me. That's not me. I'm OU through and through. Do we believe him? I don't know, but that's what he said. So rejection rating, I'm feeling pretty good about that one. It wasn't the strongest denial. It wasn't like, he wasn't flipping tables or anything, but the fact that he's been there before, I think he felt like he didn't need to say anything extra. He feels like, what do I need to reply to you for, right? Like, y'all know what I am. I know what I am. It was solid. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 for Lincoln. Pretty good. All right, Mel's up next. Mel Tucker, Michigan State.
Yeah, my focus is on the upcoming game versus school down the road. And that's where my concentration on my focus is. And I really appreciate you understanding that.
Interesting. So here's a subtlety. A lot of people won't pick this up, but I've been in enough press conferences to know
My focus is, and I
when he's uncomfortable and he feels like he's got his point across, and then he's going to make the point to the rest of the room, he looks around. Look at this.
appreciate that.
Look. Boom, he's done. It wasn't a rejection, but I understand the route that he took, right? So rejection-wise, it's going to be a low rating, but overall, I think it was a good job. Rejection rating, though, he didn't reject it. 0 out of 10 for Mel. No rejection whatsoever, and I think that's calculated. All right, Matt Rhule here. Another name people have been throwing out there. I don't think this is probably the least realistic one of the group, just because he just got to the Panthers. I really don't think he would leave, but it's interesting to see how he addresses it, right? Because this isn't just about LSU. This is about everybody. USC. You go down the list of schools that could be calling him. This is his reply.
I have one of the greatest jobs you can have.
All right, similar to Mike Tomlin, but not the same, right? You see the difference there. Now I believe him to actually believe everything he's saying, but that doesn't change the fact that he didn't reject it, right? He didn't flip a table. He didn't go Mike Tomlin. He said similar things to Mike Tomlin, but he didn't do what Mike Tomlin did, and he didn't list anything. This was a quick reply. I'm not saying that you have to have a long reply for the rejection rating to be high, but the quick reply from Matt Rhule, I believe it. I think he's telling the truth, but I also think he didn't slam the door shut. I don't think he needs to, but he didn't. So I'm going to go 3 out of 10 Luke Fickell, someone whose name hasn't really been talked about that much as far as like fans. Like fans don't really like even think about him. But we're hearing, maybe he can be in the conversation. He said that there's no little brothers in college football. He said there's no such thing as a P5. And I understand why he said that, but I don't know if he believes it.
How do you handle it when you know your name is being attached to USC or LSU?
You just keep digging deeper into that rock, and I don't want to say you just avoid it, but that kind of noise for me is easy to kind of avoid and shut out.
What do you believe your future is in coaching?
I always say that even when a recruit comes in, I said, look, I don't know what the future holds.
Okay. All right. He doesn't know what the future holds. Meanwhile, people are over here signing 10-year contracts and being like, I know exactly what the future holds, was when they talk to recruits. I'm not saying he can't recruit, but
You know this, that I'm really happy about where we are. I really love, and I truly believe that we can continue to grow this program.
no, he said all the words you don't want to hear if you're a Cincinnati fan. Oh man. I'm happy. I truly believe we can continue to grow. Luke, let me help you. Listen, here's what you should have said. Here's what you should have said. I don't care about any other school. All I care about right now is Cincinnati. When we make the playoff and we win the championship, we're going to go back and we're going to do it again next year. And then the year after that, because we've built a dynasty here at Cincinnati. Now, do I think that that's true? No. Do I think they're even going to make the playoffs? I think there's a chance that they lose a game. But it doesn't matter. I feel like that would be a 10 out of 10 rejection. He didn't do that. He said,
Future holds. I know this.
I don't know what the future holds. That might be the worst reply of any of these coaches. What you have heard so far as rejection goes. Instead of just shutting it down, he said, I don't know what the future holds. And I will run with that. And congratulations, Luke Fickell. You get our first negative rating. -3 out of 10. That was awful. Awful. Last but not least, we have our boy Lane Kiffin over here from Ole Miss. And he was asked, not directly about the coaching vacancy, but he was asked about how he talks to the team and talks to recruits with open vacancies up and his name being thrown into him. So here's what he said.
I don't think I've ever addressed that with the team. I think the team knows how we focus, one day at a time. So I've never addressed that. Maybe I should, but
Maybe I should.
don't worry about things.
This is like a subtly confident guy, right? He knows that like what he's done at Ole Miss is impressive. He's like, I don't talk about that. Maybe I should.
Control that are on the outside.
So he doesn't really answer it. I mean, he answered the question, didn't really talk about the coaching vacancy. I can't give him credit for rejecting because it was kind of like that's what's going to happen. That's kind of how it felt. It was like, they're going to throw my name in there because I'm Lane Kiffin. That's what it kind of felt like. So it wasn't really a rejection. I'm going to give it a Lane out of 10 because it was a very Lane response there. So I respect that. Lane is just the most cool dude you can ask for there. This was a lot of fun. Let me know what you think. What would you give these coaches and their rejection ratings? I think Mike Tomlin is the obvious winner there. That made me just want to flip a table watching that. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Hope you all enjoyed it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out at go247.com. Thank y'all for joining me. We'll talk to y'all later.